Hi, it's Adele Michael back with another More Abundance Live. And today we're going to dive into how to unravel self-stopping, particularly judging. So researchers tell us that human beings think about 60,000 thoughts a day, and about 80% of them are negative. So that means almost 50,000 negative thoughts per day are dripping through your system, your mind, your body, your emotions, and your spiritual self. And I would say that most of them are judging. We judge ourselves, we judge other people, we judge situations, we judge just anything. It's kind of how we're built. And unfortunately, it really does stop us from being the best that we can be, to trying new things, to allowing ourselves to change, and to take that action that we know that we need to take to achieve our dreams and desires. So today I want to talk to you about some ways to unravel the self-stopping of judging. And I do want to say that judging can be really sneaky. It can be like an undercurrent that's just there that is kind of like nothing's quite right, but you don't know what it is. It could be judging. You could be judging. And so one of the things to do is to develop a daily practice. Now, I am a lazy person, and I do not like having daily practices, but it really makes my life work better. It makes me feel better, and it starts to unravel that judgment I have about myself and about my life and about everything in the world so much better. So I encourage you to have a daily practice, and it could be really simple. So it has to be for me to do it. So the first thing that I have committed to, and I have an accountability sheet, I have an accountability buddy. I have to do it because I've told somebody else I'm doing it, and I have my little checklist that means that I can check off when I actually do it. So I set a timer in the morning, and I go for 12 minutes, and I just close my eyes and I listen to myself breathe. I think my thoughts. I notice what arises. 12 minutes. That's all I can do. I don't really know how to meditate, but I can listen to myself breathe for 12 minutes. The next thing I do is I've recorded affirmations, inspirational sayings, and questions on my iPhone on the voice recorder, and I just play those every day, every morning that I can. I mean, there's sometimes that I have to get out of the house pretty early, and I'm not able to do it at home. I can do it on the road. And I play them back, and I've just chosen the favorite affirmations that really speak to me, and some inspirational quotes that I like, that I've collected, and then questions. Questions are really, really important. So that I've talked before about access consciousness. That is really a hallmark of that system, is asking yourself questions, because it starts to break up that judgment. Like, who could I be to make more money in my business today? Maybe I would be a person of courage, that I would call someone that I know has been asking me about working with me. Who could I be to be kinder to myself? What would be fun for me today? These questions just drop into your subconscious mind and let you know that there's something else possible than those judgments that just are constantly there, running in the background. So a daily practice, mine is getting still and then doing some movement, like dancing around a little bit, doing the affirmations, listening to the recordings that I've made of affirmations, inspirational quotes, and questions, asking myself questions all the time. What else is possible is a great question to ask, especially when you're feeling really stuck and judgmental of yourself. So, I like to use the dowsing bobber. to clear energy and to ask you questions and to get your energy at a higher level. So let's do that now. So you don't have to do anything. I'm just moving back so I don't hit the computer. Just receive. So anywhere where you're judging yourself harshly, continuously, and never-endingly, are you willing to delete and destroy that across all time, space, dimensions, and realities? Good, bad, right, wrong, POD, POC, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Ooh. So you may or may not feel anything. Just receive what you would like. Allow it to move your energy if you would like it to. Good. So let's infuse self-kindness, self-acceptance, self-allowing. I'm allowing myself to be myself. I'm allowing myself to be kind, to be compassionate, to be magnificent. Now, that's one of the things those judgments do. It just tamps down our awareness of what an awesome creature we are. Okay, so again, you may or may not feel anything, and that's fine. It's still working. Okay, so let's do another one. Anywhere where you think that judging yourself is going to make you better. I think that's a favorite one. Wow, if I judge myself, I'll get better because I was judged by people who thought that would help me get better. When in fact, encouragement, love, and compassion is the nurturing soil for our greatness. So anywhere where you're believing that you have to judge yourself to get better, let's delete and destroy that across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Good, bad, right, wrong, POD, POC, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So that's from Access Consciousness, which you can find at accessconsciousness.com. If you want to know about the clearing statement, it actually stands for energetic releasing statements, and you can find that by going to accessconsciousness.com and putting in the search bar clearing statement, and it will take you to a whole page where you can learn about that. It's a very weird and useful tool because it works. Okay. So we're going to infuse self-encouragement, self-acknowledgement, self-love. Just let that in at whatever level you desire. Good. Okay. I always like to do 3, so let's do one more. Which reminds me, if you are dealing with a self-stopping mechanism within yourself, please let me know what that is. I would love to talk about that on one of these lives. So just pop it in the chat on Facebook or send me an email. And I would love to hear what you're dealing with so I can help you clear that. So one more. Anywhere where you've aligned with the human, it's almost a necessity, it's our wiring, the way we're wired. The human wiring of judging as your default way of being, rather than accepting, allowing, being kind, having compassion. And I know you're a kind and compassionate person, but you may be aligning and agreeing with other human beings that, well, I have to judge about that. Well, really you don't. Your life can flow so much better if you don't. So, deleting and destroying across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, anywhere where you aligned with the human default of judging. Delete and destroy across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Good, bad, right, wrong, POD, POC, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Whew. So we're going to infuse freedom. So what judgment does is it reduces your freedom to receive, your freedom to allow, your freedom to enjoy, your freedom to flow and to have magic in your life. And what I mean by magic is like what you desire starting to show up, and you're being aware of which direction to go. So infusing that freedom deeply and completely into all levels, lifetimes, languages, resolving all the history. Whew. Okay, so we're done with the clearing. And again, if you would let me know what you're struggling with or what you've noticed has come up from the clearing, what you got out of the clearing, what you noticed, and you do have to notice because these clearings change things, and unless you start noticing them, you're like kind of clueless. We're just kind of like that when things change, we forgot how they were. So what you notice from the clearing, and what's coming up for you that you are dealing with as a self-stopper. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next time, and have a wonderful day.